What is up, booktube? It is Monty. We are starting another vlog. I thought that I would do it in the car just because I'm about to run to my favorite place, the store. I'm about to run to the store, so I had to obviously come in here. I did dust since we were last here in the car. Hopefully that means no more dust little shit flying around, but who knows. I did what I could do. Today's agenda. So the goal is to read K-pop Confidential. That's the goal. That's what we're gonna start. That's really the only thing I have on today's agenda. I know that Julie is doing sprints, which is probably when I'm gonna start reading K-pop Confidential. So we're doing that in the sprints. After the sprints, I don't know, because the book is pretty short. So between 2:45 and sprints, I might be able to get that completely knocked out. We'll see. I am like toying with the idea, this like vague notion of trying to get a jump start on some of these 2023 video projects, just because I had a list in, you know, the typical standard notes app, as one does, and I was like, this is great. And I had that for when I did my Kenya video. I had all of her little things and I was checking them off in the app, but I was finding that it wasn't conducive. Like it wasn't working. The little notes app, like, it was cute, but it wasn't enough. So I downloaded the task app from Google. Sorry, there was just a dog just decided to run in my car. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it wasn't conducive. So I downloaded the task app and I made my little checklist in there. I think this is going to work out a little bit better. But I have, as y'all know, my plan is to have a nice little swan song in 2023. And originally, when I was thinking of, you know, I'm going to leave in 2023, I had a very specific vision of how I wanted all of these videos to drop. And I was like, this is going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be amazing. And I was looking at myself yesterday, after I had mapped out all these videos, all of the books I would have to read for these videos. Some of the videos have more books than other videos. Like some of the videos is just like one book, and I just have to read that one book and I'm done. And then some of the videos are like 2 books, and I'm like, okay, 2 books and I'm done. But some of these videos have like 5, 10, 23 books. And I was looking at that and I said, Monty, you, like, this year has been great. I've read over 160 books. I still don't know the exact number because I'm too lazy to look at my summary on the spreadsheet. But it's like, this is the first year you have ever read more than 102 books. Like, 102 books is pretty safe. Like, 102 books is a number that I can hit, and I don't read for like 2-3 months out of the year. Next year, I have to read like 160 books again. And that's just for those specific videos. That doesn't count at least the minimum 12 books that I have to read for my patrons, because they always get at least 1 book, and then I try and pick a book that I feel complements the book that they have voted for. So that's 12 videos over there. So that's 12 extra books that are not included with the little videos that I have pre-mapped out. And then that I guess I can tell you all this. So this year for vlogging, it's been really fun to do this daily. I know there was that week where I got sick and it like knocked me out, but the idea of like vlogging daily and uploading it and editing, like, none of that has been super stressful. Like, I don't think that it has made for the most entertaining of content, but I do appreciate it. I like the feeling. I like going through the motions with y'all. So that part's not a problem. But for next year, my idea was that I would drop a new reading vlog every day in December. Well, not every day, but the first 25 days of December, ending with my magnum opus to my contribution to BookTube. Like, is it a contribution that BookTube needs? Absolutely not. But I figured that if I was going to leave in a way that I wanted to leave, and leave in a way that I thought was like fun and exciting, not fun and exciting, but just like I did the thing, And then I could just like in 2024 and beyond, I could like pop in for some reading sprints. We could catch up. Like you might get the occasional reading vlog here or there, but it wouldn't be something that I would consider consistent. I don't know. I still haven't fully mapped out like what it means for me to fully retire, because I don't think I'm that person who's actually gonna like fully retire. That is beside the point, right? But my goal was to have these videos dropping December 1st all the way through Christmas of next year. But then I was looking and I said, Monty, what are you gonna do for the rest of the year? And so I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the year. I really love being able to update my Goodreads, but I feel like I couldn't do that with this project that I have in mind. But doing this project next year is like, one, how am I gonna read other books? So we're still working on that. And then two, if I'm reading other books, where am I gonna do this? So I think what I might, but this is one of the videos that I want to do next year is definitely not getting hit. The one with 23 books is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It has to stay. There is another one that has a significant number of books that I kind of want to chop, but I also I want to chop it just because I don't think it's, for my channel specifically, it's not going to be bringing anything new to the discussion, but I still, like, I'm a little bit invested in it. So I might chop that one just because there's like, I don't know, 15 books in that one. Let me do some quick math. That'd be 12, right? And then 17 books on that one. And I was gonna throw in an 18, but like that book could really go out, so it's like 17 books. And that one might get chopped just because the sheer number of that book, like I don't need to do it. So I'm gonna be spending today kind of wrestling with that, what videos I should cut, if I should cut any of them, and then what I'm gonna go about doing, because I do have like that small window, the 27th through the 30th, where I've decided I'm not making any videos, and I can't film. I mean, I probably could at that point film my best of and worst of content, just because, but I don't know, because I'm still gonna be reading. So we're gonna play it by ear. We're gonna play it by ear here, but I just wanted to let y'all know, like, that's kind of where I am. If you're one of Erin's patrons, when she did some reading spins the other day and I was there, I don't know if I think this was on the sprints. It might have been in the after when we were hanging out. But I said that I think that reading I've read 160 something books. I feel like that's entirely too many. Everyone can read what they want to read and do what they want to do. And I do feel like I have had time to watch the TV shows that I want to watch and like do other things besides reading. But I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next year. I feel like all I'm gonna be doing next year is reading, which is fine, because there are some videos that I wanted to do that weren't necessarily about a specific book. Like earlier this year, I did trying reading 100 pages a day and reading for an hour a day, and I still don't really have a firm reading habit, because that was me doing like one-offs. Like I do attempt to read something every day, and for Vlogmas, I've really tried to read something every day. Read like a whole book in a day, just so I have something to talk to you guys about, something to share with the community and things. But that's not, I feel like that's not that's not an actual routine. And so I did want to make in January something like me trying to find a reading routine, seeing if I actually care about a reading routine. But even if I don't care about a reading routine, after looking at the list that I compiled yesterday, I feel like I'm going to have one. Like there's no way that the way that I read books now, and what I actually want to make all these videos. Some of these I'm like, it's not that I'm not excited, but there are definitely books in the list for the video that I'm not as excited for. And I have trimmed. I have given myself, as long as it stays within the parameter of the video, like I don't have to actually complete all of the books. So I am like trying to give myself grace and wiggle room, but we'll see what I do. We'll see what happens. But as for now, I'm gonna go, because it's been like 11 minutes of me sitting here, and I feel like my car is it's warm. I've contributed to some carbon in the atmosphere, so I'm gonna go. I will check back in once I've actually done some reading. We have a problem, and for once, the problem is not me. I'm not the problem this time. The problem is this book. I went to the store this morning, and then I came back and took a shower, and I said, you know what? This is so short. I don't need to read this right now. I will watch replay of the sprints because I can just do that, right? This book, I think I still have, like, technically, I paused it, but I have 7 minutes and 48 seconds, left on that first timer in the playback, and I've only read 12 chapters. I've read 108 pages, and it's been the most painful 108 pages of my life. So Candace is our main character here. She is a 15-year-old girl from New Jersey who doesn't even want to be a K-pop idol. She just doesn't want to play the viola. Like, she's a viola player, and she wants to be in the school choir, but her mother is like, no, you can't be in the choir. You have to do this. And then her friends convince her that, hey, you know, you're a good singer, so you should go to this K-pop audition. And so suddenly she's like, I want to be a K-pop idol. And it's no longer about being in the choir. It's about being a K-pop idol. And it's kind of like, if your parents wouldn't let you be in the school choir, why are they letting you fly halfway across the world? You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I like a scholastic moment. But one, the book itself feels very cheap. Like, it's cute and nice and floppy, but it feels cheap in the hand. But also, there is an argument to be made that adults like me have made spaces like this, like for this book, non-existent, right? Because I will say that the two other K-pop idol books I read felt firmly young adult. This one feels like it's young adult, but it was written for a middle grade audience. You know what I mean? Our main character is 15. It's very simplistic. Everything in here is very convenient. Like, there's already going to be a 1 in a million aspect to this, but it's like they chose the one girl who can't dance. In this 1,000 of applicants, they only came away with one person. Congratulations to Candace. Again, like, her parents wouldn't let her be in the choir, but they're letting her go halfway across the world. The company is like a major K-pop company. It's like a major Korean entertainment brand, and they change their contracts for this one random person, even though they've never done this in the history of the company. Like, it's just a lot, you know. It's a lot, and it's none of what I wanted. Like, I think I had this on my list because books like this typically feature you know, just some zany mess that can happen while you're here, but I don't think zany mess is gonna happen. Like, I don't see it at all. And it's not even, like, giving, like, the fun camaraderie of, like, a band book. Like, when you read The Unraveling of Cassidy Holmes, and it's just, like, a regular girl group that has to live together as they go on tour, and we see them, like, rise to fame. It's not even, like, a fame isn't what you thought it would be from, like, a permanent record. So it's just, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to get out of this. So I'm done reading for today. I can't read any more of this. I refuse. So I'm just not going to. Tomorrow's the day that I have scheduled, that I have penciled in to finish Anna Karenina. So I have to read like 500 pages of this tomorrow, a little over. Something like that. Me and the all day sprints over on Julie's the author, we're knocking this out. And then tomorrow night, I will finish this. I'll finish this. I will finish it in the evening time. But for right now, I just refuse. I refuse. I can't do it. It's not very good, but I'll finish it. I'm going to finish it. I think this was a book that was purchased from a subscriber off my wish list. So I will finish it. We're going to get it done. But this was not good. It's not good. I think if you have small children in your life, here you go. If you have, you know, cousins, nieces, nephews, a neighbor, here you go. But not for me.